Alright, I'm going to throw a whole bunch of scenarios at you, and I want you to think about how you would feel if you were in them. It's going to evoke all kinds of emotional responses. Okay, the first one, you walk in on your significant other having sex with someone else. What about the feeling when you see a baby laughing? What about when you're in a room where two people strongly resent one another? What about when you have a first kiss with someone that you really, really like? What about when you walk into a church and everyone is praying? What about the atmosphere and the vibe and the energy at a concert or a sporting event? What about opening the door to your ecstatic dog's face going and he's smiling and he's chirping and he's jumping up and down and he's complete and utter enthusiasm? Okay, cool. So I've given you lots of scenarios and hopefully you can relate to all of them, if not definitely some of them. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative, some of them are just weird and uncomfortable. I want you to think about this saying, you can cut the tension with a knife. And perhaps you might have thought about it when you walked in on your spouse cheating, or when you step into a room where two people hate each other and it's just very awkward and the air feels tight and nothing's being said, but everything's being felt, and it's really obvious to everyone. So all of these things are energy transfers. It's just sharing, giving, taking, feeling, reading, picking up on energy. If you've ever watched a show like Supernatural or any Ghostbusters, they look for ghosts and they take around these little boxes called EMF readers, electromagnetic frequency readers, and when they get near something that has a high frequency, it buzzes like zzz. So we have the same thing within us, and you can call it whatever you want, it doesn't bother me. You can call it your gut, your intuition, your spidey senses are tingling, sometimes I say. But whatever it is, it's that feeling when your body has this reaction to some kind of energy field. And it can come up in all of those examples we've first talked about. But the cool thing is it's built in. And yeah, it can go off, which is just, it's an amazing feeling, in the positive sense of having your first kiss with someone, those butterflies, you have a physical reaction in your stomach, and it's such a cool thing. But I want to talk about, what is that? So, everyone knows Albert Einstein, right? And he's pretty famous for his equation E equals mc squared. The thing that people don't know is what that is. What does that mean? So the short version, and mind you, I just learned this recently, blew my mind, is that energy is equal to mass multiplied by the speed of light. So what does that mean? Everything that exists is mass, is matter, is a compound object of atoms or single atoms. Super, super, super fast is energy. So the bottom line of all of that is everything that exists is energy, which helps you to understand how we can feel, how we can read, the word vibes, where they're giving you good vibes, bad vibes. When someone says something to you that's, the words are nice, but they're saying it like they hate you, they're looking at you like they hate you, and you know that, you pick up on that. It doesn't feel good, you feel in your gut, your spidey sense is going, she doesn't like me, that was really mean. I mean, that's how good we are at reading this stuff. What about when you're walking at night and you feel like you're being followed, or you feel like you're being watched and your spidey senses start tingling, and that feeling of nervousness and anxiousness, it's not unwarranted. You're feeling this energy. So that's what I really want to get across, is that we're all just big blobs of energy hanging out and exchanging and, having these interactions. So something to think about when you're out and about. What kind of energy are you putting out? It's very simple, but if you think the world is a negative place, what kind of energy are you putting out? And are you a negative person? But I'm going to bet if you're a happy person, you think that the world is a happy place. And how can that logic be sound for everyone? You know, it's the same world. The sad person thinks the world's a sad place and the happy person thinks the world's a happy place. Well, go figure. Think about input and output. What are you getting? What are you giving? What are you taking? What are you receiving? So yeah. Think about it. And remember, Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror, and Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you want to see in the world. So if you don't like the world around you, change your output and see what happens.